SoundCloud music.
We all good in the hood.
What the hook gonna be? That beat was trash. I'm sorry.
What up?
What up? All right, and welcome back to the place where nothing is safe. This is episode 79
Jeez, man, we getting up there.
of the Jig Is Up podcast. And you know me, I'm your host. Yo, it's Marco, and I'm with...
It's your guy, M Easy.
It's your girl, Miss Nessa, a.k.a. Blazing Mommy.
And Kmart, you know, he's working nights just like every other hardworking American. You know, just being another hardworking, tax-paying, law-abiding citizen. You know, regardless of race, color, or creed. Just another citizen working hard. That's all I'm going to say. But however you listen to this podcast, via Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, you tune in, YouTube, and soon to be iHeartRadio. I'm putting it out there.
Speaking it into existence.
Make sure you subscribe, rate, review, and most importantly, share. Because sharing is caring, and doing so moves us up in the charts and to gain new listeners. And that's what we want to do. We want to touch out and reach out to as many people as we can with our platform so we can get things rolling. And other than that, what's good with y'all? How y'all doing?
How you doing, Nessa?
I'm good.
Put it on her first.
I'm good. I'm chilling, you know.
All right, so, man, we're going to go ahead and kick it off. I was asking, you shall receive. And for the audience, you guys wanted us to talk about this real quick. So I'm going to do it real quick. This is a Nothing is Safe segment brought to you by yours truly. And basically, this is about B.o.B doing a fundraising for a flat earth. Now, if you guys don't know, Bobby Ray, a.k.a. B.o.B, a.k.a. Flat
B.o.B.
Earth Bob, B.o.B, started a GoFundMe campaign for $1 million to send 2 satellites into the orbit to find the, air quotes, curve of the Earth. Because he believes that the Earth is flat. You know, you're going to believe in what you want to believe in, right?
Yeah, him and Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, and along with him, another notable celebrity is a flat earther is Tila Tequila. You know, the same Tila Tequila that got choked out by Lights Out? The same Tila Tequila who goes to, like, white nationalist parties? Yeah, that Tila Tequila. And then I will say, you know, that's great and all that you want to do that, but I don't think we have enough time to find the Earth is flat because there might not be no fucking Earth. Thanks to motherfucking a nuclear showdown between Rocket Man Little Kim Jong-un and Dotard J Trump, them motherfuckers having a pissing contest of who's gonna blink first. And if this shit continues, hey, I'm kind of like on some real shit. I think there's gonna be a mushroom cloud heading to the West Coast, and it ain't gonna be pretty. But that's just me speaking, being paranoid. But like I said, you know, these two men gotta learn how to. For Donald J and Kim Jong-un, I think they just need to meet up somewhere and square up. Stop involving motherfucking the environment and other lives and shit because of some shit that's going on Twitter. Off of Twitter fingers. You're going to start World War III off of Twitter fingers. You can't give B.o.B his chance to find out if the earth is flat because you niggas want to go ahead and blow shit up.
I mean, you know, before Twitter fingers, who's to say, you know, other wars before that wasn't started from little kid shit.
Oh, yeah.
Little kid shit like this.
Pretty much. The little kid shit started by old men, and then young men got to go out and fight them. Fuck that. You got your problem? Hey, old nigga, you got your problem with that old man? Y'all settle it. Don't put me into this shit. Fight for a more worthy cause. I mean, I know North Korea got their own hydrogen bombs and all that shit, and testing them out in the Pacific Ocean is very detrimental to the environment. I understand that. We have to take a preemptive strike to stop North Korea from destroying innocent lives, but it doesn't justify that, destroying innocent lives over there either, because they're just, people who are part of a fascist regime who can't even, have their own opinions, and they're stuck with, patriotism and nationalism forced down their throats. Something that's kind of eerily similar is going on today's time, but we'll touch that later on. But we're going to go ahead and, before we go ahead, do you guys believe the earth is flat?
I don't believe shit. Don't ask me out.
Because I'm thinking, was there be a space waterfall at the edge? Like, niggas like, I'm going to go to this end of the earth and just, unless it's infinite, like, you go here and then you experience this little weird shit and you go underneath and shit. I don't know. Like, how's the earth flat? You know what I mean? Like, they just had fucking, like, they went out in the solar system and went to Mars, and it looks pretty round to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't know all this stuff. I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson, who probably schooled Bob on this like plenty of times. But I guess it's like talking to a brick fucking wall when it comes to this shit like that. So,
I mean, I've never really believed it being flat, but I don't know. Shit, he probably thinks it's flat, and there's like.
He think the world is
borders around the fucking earth or something.
Yeah, he think that the earth,
like, so the water doesn't spill over.
He believes that the earth is round. It should be like King Kai's little planet. That's what he thinks. Is it supposed to be like King Kai's little planet?
I don't think so. But
like I don't know what his logic is gonna. It's like he sees the horizon. It's like, where's the curve? I don't see no curve. I see the horizon. It's like this nigga like. And then they said like he was a musical student. He dropped out of high school in 9th grade, pursued music. It's kind of like, all right, Bobby Ray, you great. You made millions of dollars off of music, but I think it's time to invest in education. I think it's time to go back, get the high school diploma or the GED.
Well, I mean, some geniuses didn't finish school though. So
I mean, this nigga need to learn some kind of science or something. You know what I mean?
You know what I think they should do? Put that nigga in a spaceship and send his ass out there so he can see
I know.
himself.
Go on NASA. Yeah, that's an idea. Take his ass out in space, go to the moon, and see, his shit is flat.
Yeah, see that? Like, get your ass out there. Shit, that's what I see. That's what I say.
Do him like that monkey in fucking Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Not saying that he's a monkey. I'm just saying that's
because I was about to say the monkey, like
I'm saying nothing to say.
Like a test monkey, but at the same time, I was like, ooh, maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
Okay, I'll say it. It's all jokes.
Your approach was better than mine.
It's all jokes. All jokes.
Way better than mine.
You think Nessa? No. Oh no. She's like, nope. All right. So we go ahead and kick it off with the NSA. See what's on her mind.
What? Yeah, my bad.
Oh.
You said I got you next week.
My bad.
What?
Totally didn't.
Next week.
Totally don't have it for you.
Don't tell me what. Oh. No jingle.
I was gonna have the jingle for her and everything.
No jingle.
Dang, man, I was counting.
You just gotta go in single.
I've been going in single for the past 5.5 years.
Oh shit.
Let me not get started.
This is beyond
the
sound. A little sound.
Nessa gonna start owning cats.
Right.
In the next 2 months.
You know what?
Hey,
can't stand cats.
When she get 3 cats is a wrap.
I know, right?
She gets 1, okay, but 2, you think the niggas gonna be like, all right, you got 2, I bet. I see a 3rd cat in this motherfucking house, I'm jetting.
For the record, I do not like cats. I do not like.
So you're a dog person?
I don't care for animals, to be honest.
You
like
don't
I'm
care
not
for
a.
animals?
No, I don't. I know it sounds horrible, but like as
It
far
does.
as like having pets, like I've never owned a pet,
So-
so I've never like.
So like those
never been
little
attached.
infomercials of the dogs looking sick, with the "I Need a Guardian Angel" theme song in the background, looking
my
all
God.
sick and sick and repugnant and all that shit. In the
Come on,
little
man,
kennels.
the vegans are gonna be coming after me. The animal safety, what do you call it? Animals rights activists are gonna come after
Fucking
me too.
like how Peter ran up on Gucci Mane at the book signing.
Yeah, that was retarded.
No, that was dumb. Like, you know what I mean? I understand. Like, that in opinion, that was just my way. That's just an ineffective way to to protest of him wearing fur. Like, I think PETA needs a more effective way to. I mean, I think they've done it with their ads, furs, murder, and all that stuff, and people still don't get to it. I guess so. Attention, the best way you can. Fuck it.
Well, I'm not. I don't. How do I say? I don't dislike animals. I just don't care for them.
So
like it sounds
so
bad,
that commercial
but it's
so
like,
that commercial doesn't get to you. You see the
changed
little puppy.
channel.
She
First of all, I don't even really watch TV, but I know what commercials.
And they look at you.
About.
They're like,
so you change the channel when you see those hungry children. As
yes.
Well? You're like these little niggas. Man, click.
Yes. But
so
it's not because I don't care for. Don't even go there because I've been working with children for half of my life.
I don't
down
even
there.
care for children.
That's your job.
I don't care for animals.
Anybody can do things for a job to get ahead.
Right.
Oh, I have one.
I don't care for mammals.
Y'all ain't see, y'all just went and flipped this whole thing around. Now people are gonna be like, I ain't fucking with Nessa because she can't fuck with the animals and she can't fuck with the starving children in Africa.
She don't empathize with starving children and animals. Nessa is a fucking narcissistic,
look at that,
self-centered, evil. She has no heart. Nah, I'm just all jokes.
See, now if I were a celebrity, they would have twisted it to be like that, right?
Yeah,
that's how they do shit.
Yep, those lies would have been way more entertaining than the truth, right? Yep.
Oh, that's horrible.
That says she doesn't care for animals.
She'll be on
children.
She'll be on Famous, fucking Shade Room,
right?
Media Takeout, World Star,
DJ Academics.
DJ Academics, sitting here.
It's your boy DJ Academics.
First of all, I don't.
And Nessa don't fuck with animals. Like, come on, man, that's fucked up. I mean, she don't like animals. She don't like kids. She don't even like animal styles in fucking In and Out. Come on, what's up with that? I don't
actually like animal style from In and Out. I don't even like their fucking fries. I just like their burgers.
You don't care for animals. I get it. We
get it.
You don't care for animals or children.
But you'll probably rock a mink coat.
No,
outside, huh?
Hell nah.
Or like tiger stripe dresses or some shit.
Well, I do like animal print.
Oh, so animals only good for prints, huh?
They're only good to be worn and accessorized.
Damn, Nessa.
But other than them with their own lives, she don't care about animals. I could care less about a fucking animal.
I didn't say all that.
Quote,
Stop
Nessa.
it.
A good animal's a dead one. Not just fucking. We're fucking with Nessa, y'all. We're just giving her a hard time.
Don't do it, man. I'm on this keto diet. I'm chilling right now.
You know what?
I ain't got no carbs in me, so I need y'all to chill out.
Should get you a pug dog or something.
A pug. Aren't those little ugly little dogs?
Yeah,
they got them ugly faces.
But they're cute ugly.
They're ugly and cute at the same time.
What's that one
or
dog?
Or get a French bulldog. You want a Frenchie?
What's the dog that is real ugly, but they cost a lot of money? They're really small and then they shave the skin off. Is it a minx or lynx or something?
I forget what they're called.
They're ugly as fuck, but they cost thousands of dollars.
Dog, the way you express it,
I don't know. French bulldogs are very popular right now. Everybody wants a little Frenchie.
French bulldog.
I kind of low key want one.
I know.
I want a husky, German Shepherd, and I'll take a little Frenchie.
I want me
a little nigga.
No, fuck that. I want a dire wolf for a fucking pet. Game of Thrones shit.
I don't know what none of them stuff says.
Give me a dire wolf, nigga.
The closest outside of going beyond a dog or a pet is a husky, dog. That's as far as I'm going.
Give me a dire wolf. You know, niggas start tripping. My dire wolf bite your fingers off.
His name be Demon. You know what I'm saying?
But I do want to own two Frenchies.
Or Nomad.
I want to call one Slade and the other one Wade. If you a fucking comic book, if you're a comic book person, you will know what I mean by that. So, but yeah, man, we were going off on a tangent. Let's go ahead and let Nessa take the floor. Since she didn't have a jingle, but her tangent is a way to build up for her NSA. How about that?
Oh, goodness gracious. All right, y'all.
Go in.
Go in, poet. All right. Today's NSA is brought to you by Miss Nessa, aka Blazer Mommy. And the topic for today is girl crushes. Okay. So I know for the most part, I talk about relationships. This
girl crush.
Yeah.
All right. I'm listening.
So it's a little bit different today. So the definition that I found from an article that I read from, was it moreloveandsex.com, and the article is called She's All That, Understanding the Girl Crush. Okay, so the definition that was given was possessing admiration that borders in possessing admiration that borders in infatuation. You either want to friend her or you want to be her. At the very least, you want to spend time with her and you want her to like you. It's the female version of bromance. So that's kind of what they state as what girl crushes are. Story time. So how this came up.
Confusing me sometimes.
Mine?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let y'all have your thoughts later. Shut up. Okay.
Hey, I just want to say that. Go ahead. You know.
Okay. So, how this topic came about. Okay, so I'm sitting at work yesterday, and we were, thinking about ideas for like upcoming teen nights and stuff. So we were talking about, have you heard the show Lip Sync Battle with LL Cool J and I've seen a couple. Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah,
I never heard of it. So we were watching that. So we went from watching that, and then they were putting up their shows and then dancing, to her showing me a dance video, because she used to. Okay, so my coworker used to be a cheerleader back in the day, and I used to dance back in the day. So she was like, "Oh, I miss dancing, blah blah blah," and I was like, "Yeah, me too." And then she was like talking about there's this class in LA where they do, they teach you to dance in heels and stuff. And I was just like, yeah, no, I can't do that. I can't even walk in heels, let alone try to dance in them. So she showed me a video. Do you remember that video that I had showed you guys last time with the tank? It was like a tank song, and then the girls were dancing in heels.
Yeah, I had already seen it when you sent it. But
okay, yeah. So she showed me something similar to that, but it was a different woman who does classes like that. So as we're watching this dance video, she was just like, oh, okay. And I think it was like the second group that went up, and she was like, oh, that's my girl crush right there. And I looked, and the girl was really, really pretty. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think I got a crush on her too. So it went from that to me being at the gym last night. So I was at the gym, right? I'm not going to say the location, but I was at a gym last night, and I was working out with my...
Crunch?
No. I was working out.
Choose or something like that?
No.
Some shit?
No.
I don't know.
I was working out with my coworker, and in the middle of one of our sets, I see this girl pass by, and I'm just like, yo, is that the girl from last week? And he's like, yeah. Okay, so last week we were working out, and I had seen this girl. She's like a petite little girl, but she's like has like a fit body, a nice little booty, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous, she's this is not. And he's looking at me like, okay, whatever.
What's
and then
her nationality, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I just found out that she's white and Chinese.
You know her name?
No.
Okay.
Why?
Because remember I told you I saw like this fit chick in a Toys R Us, and then I realized that I was like following her on social media.
Oh, well, maybe show
me.
You didn't
specify. You didn't specify which social media. I'm following social media.
We're not doing that right now.
No. Stupid. So anyway, when I saw her last week, I was like, I'm gonna go compliment her. And he was like, you just go to people complimenting them? I was like, well, yeah, like when I go to the gym, when I see somebody, I was like, it could be a female or a dude. Like if I see somebody that has a nice, like I have a thing for backs, women and men. Like I love fucking backs. So if someone has a nice back, I'll say that. I'm not talking about their ass. I'm talking about their actual back.
I know. It's just funny. I have a thing for backs.
Well, I do have a thing for asses. Y'all know that. For female asses.
I know. That's why.
That's what be having back fetishes and shit.
I just got hot all of a sudden.
Pouring hot wax on pouring hot waxes on backs and shit. Hot wax on backs.
Hot wax on back. I guess
this would be a masseuse or something since you love back so much.
Yo,
my hands are too little. And if
a dude was like super muscular and has that back that she likes, she'd be like doing extra work and shit. Niggas be like, damn, this girl trying to get a tip or something.
Right.
She's like, no, I just like.
No, I just want the tip. I just want the tip. Just kidding.
Oh my God, you're not kidding.
I know I'm not. I haven't had none in a minute. But anyway, let's go back to this.
Okay.
Sorry for slamming this.
DMs are about to explode.
No, they're not. No, they're not. So anyway,
All right.
as I was saying, so I seen her last week, but then when I had made that comment to him, she had left. So I was like, damn, I missed my opportunity. Whatever. Not thinking nothing of it. Whole week passes by. I'm at the gym, and she walks by, and I'm like, yo, I was like, is that the girl from last week? And he was like, yeah, that's her. I was like, oh, okay. So I kind of was like, okay, well, this time I'm going to actually say something
You
to
working
her.
up the courage?
Yes. So then
this is funny.
So then she's over there, she's doing her little workout. And me, like, okay, people that go to the gym, y'all feel me on this. When you have your headphones on, it means don't fucking talk to me.
Did she have a dad
Mind
hat
your
on
own
too?
Business. No, she didn't. She didn't.
Right, hat real low.
Dad
She
hat.
did last
pulled
week.
down.
She did last week. With yesterday, she didn't. So then, so I know, gym etiquette 101. You don't talk to motherfuckers. Number one, when they're working out, when they're in the middle of a set, and two, if they have headphones on. But I was just like, kind of like, she was in the area where I needed to be anyway. So I went to get my dumbbell, and then I was like, I looked at her, and then I guess she knew that I wanted to say something, so she took off her headphones. I was like, hey, I just want to let you know that you have an amazing body. And she was just like, oh, thank you. And I was like, oh, okay. And then we just started a full-blown conversation. I was just going to compliment her and keep it pushing, but she started talking to me, and she was like, yeah. She was saying, like, people come up to her, and she was like, I'm, like, really small. I'm like, yeah, but you're fit. I was like, you got a nice little, like, you look good, because I didn't want to get crazy. And then listen. And then she was just like, yeah, people come up to me and they're like, can you give me some like booty workouts? And she's like, I don't even have a booty back there. She's like, because I'm Asian. And I was like, what Asian are you? I'm part Asian too. So we started connecting. She's like, I'm Chinese. What are you? I was like, I'm Filipino. So we went from there to her being like, oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Before that, I was just like, oh, by the way. And I was like, I don't mean to freak you out. I was like, I'm not a lesbian or anything. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I just admire, your hard work. Because it's like, it's awkward. It can get awkward.
You sound like a nigga.
How?
I'm not a creeper, then. I'm just saying. I admire your hard work.
See, this what dudes would do at the gym. They'll see a dude who's in way more shape than they are, and then they'll just start asking them for workout tips, and then next thing you know, they'll be gym buddies.
Yeah.
See, and I wasn't even asking all that, but she was like, as soon as I was like, yeah, complimenting her, she was just like, oh yeah, I'm here at these days and this time. She's like, work out with me anytime you want. I used to, and then she started going in on like, I guess she was working out with her homegirl, and then their schedules like conflicted, so she just works out by herself. And then, but I was like, yeah, you have an amazing body. She's like, you do too. I was like, bitch, why are you lying? But anyway, it is what it is.
She ain't lying, nigga.
Yeah, she is. Like, her body is so banging. Hold on.
Down.
You said what?
I'm gonna push you down.
Sorry, I got hot because these motherfuckers here.
From a friend to a friend.
Talking about backs, she got hot.
You need to appreciate.
So all you niggas know, like now it's like niggas gonna be doing deadlifts and back raises and lat workouts and shit.
Hella pull-ups and
hella
shit.
pull-ups.
Get that V. But from a friend to a friend, that's it. You need to appreciate yourself more, including your back.
I used to really like my back. Like, I was looking at that video that we were just talking about from when we were at the LA Podfest last year. Like, it wasn't where I've seen my back be better, but I like how it was then than it is now. So I'm trying to get that back. So get that back.
That snapback.
She want that old thing back.
Yes. back. Okay.
She's trying to double back her back.
So that's how all of this came. And I was just like, what am I going to do my NSA on? Might as well talk about this because it's just been appearing. So going back to the article that I read, again, she's all that, understanding the girl crush. So I agree on some of the things, and some of the things I'm just like, yeah, no.
What are the things you don't agree on?
Okay, well, let me just say what they have said. So it says these are okay. So this is what they consider people being or having a girl crush. So they say someone you just met, or that you've admired from afar, a celebrity you have no chance of meeting in real life.
Oh.
The reason you don't generally develop girl crushes on women you've already befriended is because the lure of a crush is sometimes a person. I can't even read my handwriting. Crush is sometimes a person's unattainability. They also say your infatuation is with the image you've created, not with the reality. Crush on women whom we admire, who elicit a sense of awe in us. Not just admire them, we want to emulate them. Girl, and then so there's one of the, I guess, people that responded to it, they said that their girl crushes tend to be on women who are quote unquote better versions of how they perceive themselves to be. Another one says they exhibit traits we wish we had. Yeah, I could kind of see that. I agree with that one. And then another girl was saying something I wish I could. I can't talk tonight. What the fuck? Sometimes I wish I could. Something I wish I could do but can't. So that girl, the reason why she can't is because she has a desk job. So she tends to crush on girls that are adventurous, you know, that do that for a living, like camp, travel, and all that. But she's confined between her desk and stuff. So
right.
Yeah, and then so they live vicariously through them. So they're saying that these are signs, which again I feel like this is a little too much. Like I don't think that I'm in this realm. Like, cause some of the stuff is like, I feel like is like borderline like lesbian. Like you're questioning your sexuality.
You don't say.
And I will touch on that in a second. So the signs are.
Go ahead and touch on her in a second.
That you've met her only once, but you already have her on Facebook. You sweat around her.
What the fuck?
You fumble your words around her.
That sounds like a dude.
You make stupid jokes around her.
This is going into something else.
You find yourself disproportionately caring about her opinion. You find
keep going.
You find yourself copying her. You shop where she shops, eat where she eats, read the same books, and wear her perfume. Which is weird as fuck.
Fucking
Tell me that's not weird as fuck.
Shit.
Yeah, girl, I got that same song too.
Oh, that's where you shop? Or y'all walk in with the same fucking shirt on and shit? Oh, shit.
Twinsies.
Yeah.
You think of ways to quote unquote pick her up, take her shopping, or out to coffee, movie, concert, drinks.
Yeah, that's like borderline scary.
Right? And then you are excited to get an email, a text, or a call from her.
What the fuck?
And last but not least, you spend time crafting your communication to her.
Okay, you're either lesbian or you want to take over her life. Kill her.
Kill her and just be her.
And see, that's what I was saying. Like, there's some stuff I don't agree with. Like, well, I feel like this is to the extreme. You know what I mean? But to me, like, okay, so my thoughts, like, as far as girl crush, when I say, oh, I have a girl crush or I have a hair crush or whatever, it'll be someone that, yes, that I am in awe with. I feel like they may have, it sucks 'cause I don't want to say better, you know, how like they have mentioned like them being better than you, because obviously we are two different people. But for instance, like I said, when I started this conversation, I was talking about that, you know, that watching the dance thing. And like I said, I miss dancing. And them girls be dropping it. Like, okay, so this is what I was going to say, Mark, which I already know we hear. But some of the stuff that I have said about women have been quite questionable. Guys look at me like, are you sure? Like, you like dick? I love dick, okay? I'm strictly dickly. There's nothing that you can say.
But you ain't gonna do it for the dick challenge though.
That's because I don't want to get Issa Raid on, you know, because I work with children and that shit is hella real.
Yeah, she don't want to live through. You don't want to live through your broken pussy.
No,
broken pussy for that dick.
See,
I'll fix that broken pussy for that.
See, that shit would be fun, but that I just couldn't because how social media works nowadays. And I work with teens. Like, I work with kids, but I also work with teens who are very active in social media. So I'm not trying to get in trouble.
I mean, so your profiles aren't private, is what you're saying?
My Facebook is my Insta used to be until we started the podcast. That's when I made it public.
Okay.
So that's where the
gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, But like I said, as far as having girl crushes, there are a few people that I've like, oh my gosh, I've had girl crushes on. And then one of them, like I said, was the dancer. So back to the video. So she was showing me her girl crush. And I went back and showed her the tank video. I was like, this is mine right here. I was like, look at her. Oh, look at her dropping to the split. So we're sitting here just talking about these women doing it. And then we got my male coworker. And he's sitting there like, oh, you don't say, oh, rewind that. Like, So I just felt like we was all dudes, like how we were talking about the females. And I've had Mark and Marco can vouch to say that some of the shit that I be saying is hella questionable.
Yeah.
But
you already know. I've had to ask you a few times. Like, you sure? You know what I'm saying?
With that being said, my last ex, who I was with for 5.5 years, or excuse me, no, I was with him 5.5 years ago. We were together for 2.5 years. So I was just telling my coworker this. So I'm in New York. I'm on vacation. And I'm on I'm on the phone with him. We're just having a conversation. Mid-sentence, I stop because I see a little shawty walking by. No, I'm just playing. I see this girl walking by. I see this girl. I saw this girl walking by.
I think them single years are catching up to Nessa.
She was like, hey, yo, ma.
She looking at the other side right now.
Hey, yo,
I'm
ma,
not, though.
Let me get at you for a minute, shorty.
I'm not. But anyway, so she's
Nessa,
walking
we
by.
love you regardless.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with women who like women and men who like men, but I am strictly dickly. I just admire women. I admire women. I admire their hustle. I admire their beauty. I admire their
backs.
Hair. I admire their backs. I admire their ass. I admire all of that. But at the end of the day, I love the dick.
That's crazy, man.
Hey,
you don't hear me walk around. I like, hey, that nigga back on point.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
But there's a double standard.
I like niggas'
There's
necks
a double
and shit.
standard
Like,
because listen, so guys, you guys have your little bromance, but it's never to that extent.
Let me say this.
It's not to that extent.
I've never agreed with the phrase bromance or the meaning for it because I've always thought it was borderline gay. No
I will call it. I'll probably call it male bonding. You know what I mean? Like you and your like okay, like me, like for Mark's birthday, like we went to see the fight, like on some alpha male type shit. We watch a fight, something barbaric as men, and be like, oh, that's dope. Now let's find our girlfriends and go fuck. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh, you guys are dope.
So like, I'm not, instead of me using the bromance and all that stuff, it's like. I get close to a guy where he's like my brother.
Yeah.
Not like no, I'm gonna use romance and brother and put them together. Nah, that still means romance in like some an admiration way. Nah, like I appreciate the person. For being a homie and being who they are. Is that other stuff I'm cool off of? Because I remember they had like a TV show on MTV called Bromance.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, man, these niggas gay, man. Bro, your back is so chiseled, bro. I think I got some oil. Let me go get it.
You're so stupid.
No. Let's get out of here messing with these people.
Somebody run up on Marco. Hey, man, I got this lotion, man. I think one of your shoulder blades actually.
Nigga, I'm good.
Man.
I've been doing yoga. I can reach it. I got it.
This motherfucker.
I got it.
Like, yo, I got live to do that. You better fall back, buddy.
You better.
Shoot. Straight up.
Quit playing.
So I have 3. Okay, no, I'll just say 2. Because a dancer, I only seen her once. I never really went and stalked her or nothing. But
you wanted to.
The girl at the gym, I
Creeper.
have a girl crush on her. Like, I really have a girl crush on her. And then there's this girl who I just showed Marco right now. I have a girl crush on this woman on Instagram because her hair be popping. Go follow her. Curves and Curls XO. Curves, the letter N, Curls XO.
She must be a fan of the weekend. Put an XO at the end.
Right. You sliding her DMs yet, Nessa?
No.
Shoot your shot.
But she, you seen how she liked my shit, and I was like, oh my God.
She got all giddy. Oh, she liked my shit.
That's so awesome though. Like
That's
like
an
I
open
said,
invitation to slide in the DM.
Right,
No.
right.
Once someone
slide
like
in
your
their
picture,
DM for
go ahead
what
and slide.
though? Like
Start a conversation.
for
That's your girl. That's your
what?
girl crush. You better get at that.
No, see that's the difference between what all of this shit said during this article and what I think. Like mine is just like I said, I crush from afar, like, oh my gosh, you're cute, you're pretty, you're this, and it's like it's an admiration. It's nothing sexual. It's nothing like.
There should be a meme
Take
like
it-
this.
she take-
That's a girl crushing like.
Right. When you take when you
Stupid.
take those videos after you done working out and you sweating, it's because you just seen your girl crush, huh?
Negative. That's because I put in some hard work
I
at the
sweat
gym.
when I'm around you.
Yeah, see this shit right here, the signs. I was like, nah, see none of that applies
all
to me.
that stuff is what a guy does when he's nervous around a girl he likes. That the second part of that,
Mhm.
what's the second part of the sign?
Yeah,
I'm
that
yo,
sound like nerves of a person that you
Yeah.
actually have a real like romantic crush on,
Mhm.
not necessarily like a friendly crush. If
Yeah,
there's such,
yeah,
if
that's
there's
weird.
such a thing, but
That's weird.
okay, yeah, So, yeah, if you want to recap or say what you agree or disagree with, I say you disagree with certain things.
I disagreed with the whole second portion of the
That's
signs.
borderline like romantic interest. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, and it's funny because sometimes I'm just like, damn, because I'll say stuff, and then just the reaction I get, because I hang out with more men than I do with women. So then when I get the reaction from the men and they look at me like, Nessa, there's something you want to tell, and I'm just like, no, and I'm like, oh shit, like that does sound hella.
Yes. Recap and reflect and just take a look
But-
from another's perspective.
But yes, I didn't agree with any of those signs. But the only things that I said, like I agreed on, wrapping it up, or recapping, was your infatuation is with the image you've created, not with the reality. What else? Crush on women whom we admire, who elicit a sense of awe in us. Yeah. Oh, and then the one I was talking about was the girl crushes tend to be on women who are better versions of how I perceive myself.
Basically, you're inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are like the only things I really agree on as far as this article goes. So like I said, with me, it's more so just from afar. Like I said, with the IG girl, like she's not an IG model. She's definitely not. She just has popping ass curls, and she does hair tutorials and stuff like that, like, and I started my natural hair journey, which I've always had natural hair, but just loving my curls, embracing my curls about 4 years ago. So like she was one of those people. I was like, oh, and then now she liking my shit, like, so I'm like, what the fuck, this is dope. Like, because I don't really care for celebrities. Like, I've never been that type of person. That's why, like, when we discuss stuff about the celebrity and stuff, it's like, oh, well, I gotta go do research, because I really don't watch TV. I'll be on social media, I'll post stuff, but I don't really be on like that. So it's just like but I just like regular people like this. Well, she's not regular to me, but she's I sound so gay. It's okay though. I embrace gay people. I love y'all. I'm just not one.
Just living your truth, Nessa. Just living your truth.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Well, thank you, Nessa. That was the NSA segment. So, if you have a girl crush, guy crush, bromance, homance, I had a rhyme.
By the way, I'm not alone.
Yo.
Apparently, I'm not the only one that has girl crushes that are not to the extent.
Go ahead,
Of course you're not.
leave a
Like-
comment on the website.
Right.
Leave a comment wherever you can on social media. Talk about your girl, guy, bro, or hoe romance. All right.
Bro or hoe.
Bro or hoe.
All right. So let's discuss the elephant in the room. It's
Yeah.
been going in every social media, every conversation that's been going around the world. Sports and politics hit a crossroads when Mr. Dotard Trump, or Donald J. Trump, for you guys, number 45, was taking aims at sports, trying to maim sports, and it was very unprofessional, especially very unpresidential, for him to say, those sons of bitches, Would you like to just get them out of there? If they kneel the game, you're fired.
Fire those sons of bitches.
Fire those sons of bitches. You know what I mean? Like, damn, like you can't peacefully protest without losing your livelihood because they disagree with your stance about the U.S. flag, the American flag. And it cracks me up. Like, Colin Kaepernick started this, about a year ago? And he made it clear what he was talking about, why he was doing it. And yet and still, people kept talking about how disrespectful it is to the military. And they kept using that narrative over and over and over and over again, to the point it feels like you're talking to a brick wall. It's like, hey, we're saying we're protesting for the injustice that's going on in this country, the police brutality, the social economic injustice, the suffrage that's going on with black people. But yet and still, they want to reiterate, say you're disrespecting the military. But as far as I'm concerned, the people in the military serve the country, and whether you like it or not, they fought for their right to how to protest. You can't pick and choose and tell people when to protest. Protest at another time. How are they going to protest on another time when the season's over and no one's paying attention to them? How are they going to bring attention to themselves? Because it's so funny in another sense that they always paint these athletes in a different light. It's so funny to me that it's so easy to find athletes fucking up, getting caught for steroids, getting caught for being tested positive for weed, or catching a DUI, or beating their significant others and all that, and you guys will plaster that all over the wall. But if someone's doing something kind of like what Kaepernick's doing, such as a Meals on Wheels, I Know My Rights campaign, all these other things that he's doing to help the community and raise the awareness of in social injustice that's going on, it's swept under the rug. That's one thing, one of my pet peeves about it. And then the whole thing about stick to sports. It's like you didn't tell a reality TV star to stick to reality TV. Mm-hmm. You didn't tell a real estate tycoon to stick to being a real estate tycoon. You didn't tell him a motherfucking thing when he wanted to become president. And look at it now.
Yeah,
you guys voted for
an actor to stick to acting when he became
governor. So why is it always coming down to black athletes who want to speak out on the behalf of the black community? And then you say, well, you guys are ungrateful motherfuckers. You niggers are so ungrateful. You just don't know how good you have it now. Nigga, like, how long did it take for us to even try to sniff what you guys have? As far as I'm concerned, we were brought here in boats, meant to be slaves. And then once you couldn't have us as slaves anymore, you guys could have just said, you know what, get back on the boat and take your ass back to Africa. No. You didn't want to do that. You wanted to create some petty-ass laws to send us to prison and increase the prison population, so therefore we could be slaves all over again. And then since we can be slaves all over again, not all of us, then you find other ways to kill us. And remember, it goes back to history. It goes back to history all the time. And you guys can interject anytime, any other thoughts. I'm just trying to collect my thoughts about the whole reason why that people don't want to listen. Like, to me, when people are trying to explain why they're kneeling, why they're protesting, and you keep reiterating the military, like my family served this war and that war, and like, so have my family. My family has served too. Think about this, Mr. White Man, or whatever ethnic group that you identify yourself with. Think the difference between my grandparents serving the military and the difference between you. Like, if you were a white person, they come home, they are celebrated. My ancestors, when they got done serving the military, they're sitting back of the buses. They're getting lynched again. They're getting treated like second-class citizens after putting their blood, sweat, and tears fighting for this fucking country. Dying for this fucking country. Fighting a fucking war across the motherfucking world called World War II and come back home to get lynched in their fucking uniform. And you want to sit here and talk about, oh, you're disrespectful to the military? Fuck you. That's what I gotta say. I gotta say fuck you for all that. And then you want to talk about, oh, they're millionaires. They shouldn't care. The motherfuckers who the Seattle Seahawks defensive end, Michael Bennett, had a police pointing a fucking gun in the back of his head. And he said to him, if you move, I will blow your fucking head off. This man is very successful. He has millions of dollars in the bank. He's about to publish a book. And all of that was about to end because of mistaken identity. And he had millions of dollars. And like Chris Rock said it best, no white man in the world wouldn't want to trade places with me, and I'm rich. Why is that? And you tell me white privilege isn't real? When you wouldn't trade places for a rich black man? You wouldn't trade places with Michael Jordan, Chris Rock? You wouldn't trade places with your favorite NFL star? You wouldn't trade places with your favorite entertainer? No, you fucking wouldn't. Why? Because you know, at the end of the day, in this country, being white in this country is like being the apex predator in the fucking animal kingdom. And people would say, oh, no, white privilege doesn't exist. I worked hard for all my stuff. Yeah, you probably have. You probably have worked really hard. But me and my niggas, we got to work 4 times as hard to get half what you get. And people say, oh, then you're just saying that we're better than you. No, I'm not saying that we're better than you or you guys haven't. You just guys have your difficulty setting is that easy and my shit is that hard. That's it. And that's what we cope with. And for years and years and years, black people have practiced the art of acquiescence. We practice the art of pushing through all kinds of bullshit, and we're still here. And then once we want to talk about what's going on, the grievances that goes on with the black community, you guys want to justify your racism with objectivity. You try to come up with some stats and say, no, that's not the truth. Look at the stats here. You're misleading skewed your stats. You talk about, well, white people get more killed by the police more than black people do. Motherfucker, there's more white people in this country. Think of the numbers. Well, what about black on black crime? You never heard of Stop the Violence? In San Diego, we got increased peace in the Southeast. People don't want to even call it the 4 corners of death. We want to call it the 4 corners of life. Yes, black people do talk about black on black crime all the time. But, I'm not saying it's the white man's fault who put us in these socioeconomic, parts. I mean, some of it is within ourselves. We know that things got so fucked up in the hood that poor motherfuckers kill each other because that's what happens with black on black crime. When you put poor people in an urban setting, what's going to happen? In a predominantly black community, what's going to happen? Niggas going to kill each other. That is plain as day. And stop using that tired ass argument. It is over. It's too old. It's too past. It's too trite. Come up with something better and come up with something new. Because that argument is so old. And you guys are sounding so like a fucking, broken record. And then all of a sudden, the hypocrisy of Donald Trump. He was talking, he was on Twitter, 2013. I can't remember the tweet verbatim, but he said, oh, Barack Obama need to stop worrying about changing the names of the Washington Redskins and worrying about what's going on, real stuff in the U.S. But motherfucker, you worrying about motherfuckers kneeling to the national anthem, but Puerto Rico's drowning. It's last time I remember, Puerto Rico is a commonwealth of the United States. Therefore, they are still U.S. citizens. So, and around that time, you're talking about the NFL, 0 of your tweets mention Puerto Rico. Why is that? Or are you still salty at the fact that you couldn't get your whole USFL thing going on? Or the fact that you couldn't become an NFL owner because they wouldn't let you in? Or the fact that you're mad that you try to tell your billionaire homeboys what to do and they said, fuck you, I can do what the fuck I want to do with my niggas. It could still come back down to a plantation mentality. All them owners that, several of the owners that supported Donald Trump by giving him millions of dollars each, like the Jets' Woody Johnson, the Jaguars owner, Jerry Jones. All y'all niggas gave him money. All y'all motherfuckers gave him money. And then you sat down and kneel and thinking that it's in defiance of Donald Trump. To me, I felt that was a slave owner telling another motherfucker, nigger, I don't give a fuck who you are. You don't tell me what to do with my niggers. That's what you're telling me to do. You're telling me you can't tell me what I should do with my niggers. I do what I want to do with my niggers. Not you, Mr. President. Me. I'm the owner. I'm the billionaire. You sit the fuck down and talk to Rocket Man and try to stop getting us half the world blown up over your Twitter fingers. How about that? Your little small ass hands. And then shout out to Shannon Sharp for calling out the fucking Uncle Toms.
I was just about to put them dumbass niggas on blast.
Ray Lewis, especially his ass. This motherfucker was at the London game looking like he just left the club wearing them Jordan jeans and the blazer. This nigga looking like this nigga dressing like it's 2004 from the Usher Yeah video, minus the hat.
So stupid.
And this motherfucker didn't get on one knee.
He got on both.
He got on two knees. Looking like he's praying for forgiveness.
Looking like one of the deacons at a men's meeting in prayer. Like, for real.
This nigga look like he's begging for the Lord's strength.
Yeah, because that hangover killing him. He looked like he was dying.
And it's so funny because he said, I couldn't do that. You know I couldn't do that, Sharp. What about black on black crime?
He's on black knees to fuck up.
Man, your ass
Wow.
your ass is in fucking London on both knees during the national anthem. And do you know what's so funny, Mr. Ray Lewis? Them white folks turned on you so fast. Because you know why? There's a fucking petition to knock your statue down at the fucking stadium. It's so funny how you were defending these motherfuckers and it's one act of defiance that they didn't like about you. They want to erase your statue. Damn, nigga.
And it took for Donald Trump to say something for you to
Call you
on
sons
both
of
knees.
bitches. And it's so funny that the NFL didn't give a fuck about Kaepernick, but once Donald Trump called all y'all motherfuckers sons of bitches, y'all had to show out. So, once again, were they kneeling for Kaepernick or kneeling in defiance of Donald Trump? And I feel it was kneeling in the defiance of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
These white owners do not give
I'm not going to say everybody, but
some of them.
Some of these cats out here kneeling for the defiance of Donald Trump.
Basically it's saying, you don't tell me what to do with my niggas.
Like LaShawn McCoy.
LaShawn McCoy didn't even kneel. That motherfucker was stretching.
Yeah.
During
rolling around on the floor, stretching and shit.
I wish
Which
you
is even more disrespectful than taking a knee.
Yeah, like you went all the way disrespectful.
Yeah.
Just because the president called you a son of a bitch? Wow. That's all it took? Come on, Shady. Come on, man. I have better hopes for you, but you went coon route, and the next thing you know, you went straight nigga route. But to each his own, man. To each his motherfucking own. But it's so funny, man. Like, to me, when people keep saying, well, he disrespected the flag, I'm burning jerseys, I'm doing all this shit. To me, like, I had to talk to a coworker about this. I was like, to me, what you're saying, you're complaining about this. You're cool with motherfuckers getting shot. You're cool with it. You don't give a fuck. I just rather for people to say, you know what? I just want you guys just to fucking entertain me and run the fucking ball. I don't want to hear what the fuck you got to say because I don't care. Because it's not affecting me.
Right.
That's all you have to say. But they're coming with all these bullshit technical reasons why they feel the way they feel.
Yeah, bullshit arguments.
It's a Freudian Pavlov test for racists to use the military and use the military and off the backs of the military to say, hey, you know, it's not about race. It's about disrespecting the military. It's the same thing with All Lives Matter. Anything that black people have, they're gonna come with a counter to deter what the message is. Mm-hmm. They're using it because talking about race makes them uncomfortable. And you making them uncomfortable, they don't like being uncomfortable. They just want shit to go back to the way it was. Why can't you guys just go back and just be grateful? And I remember people say, man, I wish slavery would happen right now so they understand how better they have it now. I'm like, wow. Okay. How about this, motherfucker? Why don't you be a slave? Why don't you know how it's like to be slave for, maybe for a good 200, 300 years?
Yeah,
and then after
you
that,
stand up for the auction. You fight each other to see who the strongest.
And then after that, another 100 years, why don't you be second-class citizens? And then another 50 years, why don't you just finally get the right to vote? And then people will come back and say, well, our forefathers wrote this Declaration of Independence. It's for all Americans. All Americans are created equal. Bullshit. That was written by a white man for white men.
Through all those years, go ahead and get harassed by the police. Have fun with that, too. See how that feels.
Yeah, that Declaration of Independence was written for white men by white men. And until that, it took our civil rights leaders, the same people that you revere right now in today's time, back in their time, they were troublemakers. No one didn't like Martin Luther King. Y'all couldn't stand him. Y'all couldn't stand Malcolm X. You couldn't stand fucking Rosa Parks. Y'all couldn't stand Muhammad Ali. But now that they're all gone, dead and gone, they become historical figures of the U.S. And they're like, oh, my God, they fought for freedom. They did all this. So what is it so different today? Why? It's because it's so inconvenient for you? That the fact that we're fucking up your football? We're fucking up, like, all these sports that you so dear and like that you want to escape from your little problems? And you keep seeing these ungrateful black millionaires talking about the injustice. But think about it. Take away those millions away from those black people. There'll be just another nigga dead on the street if it wasn't for those millions of dollars. Straight up. They'll just be niggas. They'll be just niggas just like you and me right now on this podcast and the people who are listening. They wouldn't give a damn fuck about you. They wouldn't. The only reason why they're starting to care for us is the fact that we make their fantasy team go. They root for their favorite team. They, their escapism. And then people were, and then the New England Patriots, it's so funny because Boston's one of the most racist sports cities. They were in the land of patriotism. They booed the Kneelers, and they talking about, well, they should be fired. It's un-American. There are some people who quit their jobs. One of the Buffalo Bills groundkeepers in the stadiums, he quit his job because he felt that they kneeled against the the national anthem. But you know what's so funny? Because he was wearing an Under Armour shirt with the United States print on it, which is still, which by in the flag code, that is disrespectful to the flag. Because anybody knew shit about the flag code, you're not supposed to lay it horizontally like they do in the games. You're not to wear it as an accessory, as your headband, a tie, anything, no lapel pins, none of that shit. No little replicas. I seen a guy on the 8 freeway at Ocean Beach driving a worn, torn fucking American flag. That's disrespectful too. Why? Because you're supposed to burn that flag if it's torn and worn down like that. So the motherfuckers is out here talking about you're disrespecting the flag, don't even know the flag code. But luckily, the flag code is probably one of the only federal laws that aren't enforced. Can you imagine if those laws were really enforced, if the flag laid horizontally, the floor, the flag touched the ground, you had a torn flag, your little replica flags and all that shit is defaming the flag. But, I think I'm almost done with my rant. I don't know, you guys could say what you guys want. I just had to get that out. And Donald Trump is such a fucking hypocrite because you call the NFL players sons of bitches, but yet and still you call the motherfucking Nazis and the Confederates fine gentlemen.
Not just that.
Fine people.
You get my tweet, my picture of his tweet, screenshot of him talking about the burning the flag.
Oh yeah.
Burning the flag is another way to express it's American. And
I got it right here. Burning a flag is a peaceful and respectful way for citizens of this great country to voice their displeasure. Very powerful.
Damn.
And that tweet is from February 2011.
Damn, Donald J. Dotard. Like I just don't understand. Like I think is Donald Trump racist to a certain degree, but do I think he's more of a con man. I really think he's more of a con man because he will say shit for shock value because you know what? Behind the scenes, I think there's going to be an investigation now because his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, got caught using his private email address with government business. He's pulling a Hillary. Yeah, they're doing a lot of fucked up shit behind the scenes, so they gotta cover up their fuck ups with shit like this to get us all in a disarray and talking about race and all this stuff. But which race should be talked about because it makes people uncomfortable, and the only way to progress is a slight discomfort. We have to get people uncomfortable. People want to talk about it because they're scared of the awkwardness and all that. No, let's talk about it. Because just like that, like I just gave a shout out to the Trump rally last week, they talked about it and it got a little bit better. A little bit. But it just went back another 10 steps. And, you know, people are going to believe in what they believe in. You know, people going to believe, like, you're just disrespecting the flag. No matter how many facts you come at them. And these facts aren't alternative either. These are, like, real facts. And people just don't want to hear the shit. So when someone trying to say that shit to me, if I'm ever going to be on a Facebook debate, I'm not going to debate you. I'm just saying, you know what? Just say you don't fucking care.
Right.
Just say you don't fucking care. Oh, but I do care. Okay, then what would you, how should we protest? People say, oh, but you should protest at another time. When should we fucking protest? If I'm a football player and I know millions of people going to be watching me and I need to get attention, yes, I'm going to protest during a football game. Fuck you.
Yeah, this is what I don't get, though. It's just taking a knee. These cats still get up and play the game.
They still get up and play the game.
It's not like when people protest and lay on the floor of the freeway where they're stopping people from getting to work and shit like that.
Yeah.
No, these niggas still play the fucking football game.
They still play the game. They're still contractually obligated to go ahead and perform.
They're not taking a knee and watching you just get mad and leave. No, they're getting out there and playing the game.
And for the people who were booing at them, your ass still stayed, didn't you? Your ass still stayed and watched that game, did you?
And you better not ask for no fucking refund.
Right?
Your ass still stayed. You paid enough money. Like, well, should I come back? Yeah, you're going to come back, dumbass. And it was another thing, too. How's that Procter & Gamble protest?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure that you guys put on some... Wait a minute. Hold on, Mom, because the wheels are turning in my head. Okay. We talked about the Patriots, right?
Yep.
The Patriots, they have a stadium named after Gillette.
Mm-hmm.
Gillette, the same deodorant company that is owned by, guess what? Procter & Gamble. Damn. Y'all sitting there getting mad? Y'all sitting there getting mad and booing them, but Procter & Gamble just... You fucking numbnuts. Y'all get mad at the people kneeling and protesting for Procter & Gamble is all for it. Damn. You see the irony on that shit?
That's what it is. The fucking
a lot of irony
bunch
wrapped around this whole thing.
Irony.
So it's like, what are you really protesting?
They don't fucking know.
They don't even know. What are you mad about? Dude, I'm gonna keep it 100. If you're white in this country, there's not a fucking thing you should be mad about. There's not a fucking thing you should be mad about. You guys have it the best in this country, despite maybe some of your problems. And I know that I'm aware that you guys are so mad about affirmative action and how it discounted poor or middle class white men. But guess what, white men? I got a facts for you that you guys probably might blow your mind or something you may know, but you just don't give a fuck about it. And affirmative action has benefited white women the most. Look it up. Look it up. You guys want to get mad
Since
about?
y'all want to check stats.
You guys, you mad about affirmative action? White women benefited the most. So why are you still mad at us? Why? I mean, like, I don't understand. Like, why? Man, I'm telling you, if I was a white dude, there would be no reason why for me to be mad at black people. I know I got it the best. Why should I hate you? Why should I hate you? There's no reason for me to hate. Nigga, I know I could probably do a dozen illegal U-turns and probably get like one warning and a ticket. What the fuck? You guys gotta learn, man. Put this shit in perspective. But you know what? I think the people in the South are pissed off that their Confederate statues are getting taken down. But they should be. Why? Because they're fucking traitors. They lost the war. Why are we giving participation awards to them? Do you know why? Do you know why? Because they're white.
Come closer, I'll tell you.
Because white folks are gonna look out for each other. They are. I'm not being racist. That's facts. That's facts. I mean,
Because you know how, like, if you're in the military, you can't really state your political views.
like, that's facts. You know, white folks looked out for each other. Like, hey, all right, dog. I know the Confederate. Y'all lost the war, and I know Lincoln just did the emancipation. I know they got shit's tough. I know how you guys gonna rebound, but we got something for y'all, man. We got this shit called the 13th Amendment. This shit's gonna, we got y'all. We were just hating on y'all because y'all had slaves. Y'all making mad money. We didn't like that shit, but we got y'all. So, some of Robert E. Lee statues, you know what I'm saying? Like, consolation prize for trying to beat us. But, we're going to leave some statues for y'all. You know what I mean? It's all good. We're going to need some streets after y'all niggas. It's all good. Don't worry, man. Y'all gone, but y'all won't ever be forgotten. And that's what they're trying to do. And now they don't like the revolution. And then it's so funny how people say, well, Trump is not a racist. He got an NAACP award, or he like, so what? Like, nigga, I could probably like kick it with a whole bunch of white folks and make it look like I'm cool with white folks if I was that type of person. Mm-hmm. And then when I'm going in a position of power, I'm like, fuck white people. No, I'm not. White people are cool. Shit. I fucking listen to like rock music sometimes. I got a contributor who's Irish, talk about stuff that's not necessarily for our demographic, but if someone from our demographic fucks with metal, if they fucks with, professional wrestling and other shit outside the wall, we got that for y'all. Mm-hmm. So I'm about inclusion. I'm about what America should be. I don't know about these other motherfuckers. Trying to have love for everybody, but motherfuckers out there want to hate and be divisive. But I'm just spitting facts, man. Like, how else we're going to move on and heal? Because look, like Germany did a great example. You don't see no Adolf Hitler statues in Germany. Mm-hmm. You don't see no fucking streets in Germany named after fucking Nazi soldiers and generals. Only in America.
It's a damn shame.
It's a damn shame. America. You are... And people say, hey, what's the other one they always say? If you don't like it, you should leave.
Go back.
Motherfucker, I was born here just like you. I ain't going no fucking where. What we're going to do is we're going to try to make this shit better instead of just leaving it. Because y'all motherfuckers sound like some bad landlords. If the sink's broken, why don't you just leave and move out? Like, nigga, like, I like this place. I'm just asking for the sink to be fixed. That's all I'm asking for. And you trying to evict me because I just want the sink fixed? What's wrong with you? Damn.
You complain too much.
Y'all complain too much. Y'all whine and complain too much. Yeah, y'all didn't say that shit about the fucking tiki torch motherfuckers saying Jews would not replace us. Mm-hmm. But
did you see the meme? I think I sent it to you guys that said thinking NFL players are protesting the flag is like thinking Rosa Parks was protesting public
transportation.
Yeah.
Yep. People just want to believe what they believe in. If you believe that, they're disrespecting the flag because it makes you uncomfortable, then so be it. You're going to believe in what you believe in. But before you protest, before you get mad, learn some of the shit that you're doing. And I bet you those New England fans did not notice that they were in the stadium named after one of the beloved products that they want to protest, and they didn't know about it. You fucking numbnuts. Anyway, anything else you guys want to talk about that? I just had to do... No?
Nessa, no?
Nope.
All right. Anything you want to say, mystery woman, about this whole march? No? Okay. We have a mystery woman here. Hey, mystery girl. What's your name?
You're so stupid.
They call me Marco. I'm a Pisces.
Oh, no. No, let's not do that.
Well, anyway, man. But let's talk about the sports, man.
Well,
And since we're on the subject of the NFL, I ain't gonna lie, man. My Raiders got embarrassed. They got embarrassed on Sunday Night Football. Word has it that Cooper and Crabtree were talking shit about Josh Norman and the DBs. They had like basically all kinds of drops, no catches, no touchdowns. Cooper and Crabtree, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear you talking shit about any DBs. Just shut up and fucking play. Just shut up and play. Don't talk shit.
Crabtree, didn't that get you in trouble last time with Sherman? Shut up, man. Okay.
You facing a probable chest injury because you were talking shit. Shut the fuck up and just play. Not the way that the white folks are telling you shut the fuck up and just play. As in like don't protest, shut the fuck up and play, be a good old boy. I'm telling you shut the fuck up and play because don't get these motherfuckers angry and have bulletin board material put a price on your head. Because that's what you do in the NFL when you say some shit like that. DBs, you make mediocre DBs turn into fucking the Legion of Boom back in 2013.
Right.
So, shut the fuck up. And I hope we bounce back in Denver. That's going to be a tough game. But NBA. Steph Curry. Donald Trump was in the path too. Trying to go after my fellow light-skinned compatriot. Steph Curry. Saying that he rescinded his invitation to the White House. Even though Steph Curry never wanted to go there. Dumbass.
This situation made me like LeBron more as a person.
You bum.
Yeah, he jumped on Twitter, called Donald Trump a bum.
A black man called the president a bum. Damn, what a time to be alive.
It probably would have been that much sweeter if Obama said it.
I
on
know.
Twitter. Like, you bum. Anybody want to go to your...
That should have.
The NBA going fuck. I can't wait to listen to Michael Rappaport's podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's
going to go in.
He's going to go in. He's going to go in so much. I can't wait to listen to Michael Rappaport. Man, but dude, shout out to, and you know what? I know it's not really shout out rounds, but man, shout out to Nick Wright. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. Shout out to Michael Rappaport. Shout out to Greg Popovich, Steve Kerr. Shout out to all the motherfuckers who just gets it. Shout outs to y'all. That's some real shit.
Yeah.
But I just still can't wait. And for some reason, as much as I'm happy for them, I'm still looking forward to the coonery that the fucking fat fedoran wearing Jason Whitlock is going to have to say. I'm just waiting. And you notice Jason Whitlock hasn't even said anything yet. I think Jason Whitlock is like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till this shit cool down. I'm gonna talk about it because I don't think Jason Whitlock wants that heat right now. I think niggas will be out there at Fox Studios in LA like, nigga, nah, we meeting outside. Jason Whitlock, you talk so much, fuck this, nigga, like you gonna catch this fade. Like I don't know how Shannon Sharp's able to like know that nigga they work in the same company like that, but you know, it's crazy. The NBA. Let's get on the lighter side of things. NBA training camp coming. NBA season upon us.
Yeah, more super teams.
I'm ready.
More super teams. You ready? You ready for your Lakers? You ready for? Have you watched any of those the Ball family reality shows?
Yeah, I've been keeping
No, I
up.
haven't.
I've been watching a couple of them, man. You know what? It making me understand LeVar Ball a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's still the Kris Jenner of basketball, but that hasn't changed. Kris Kardashian, actually, my bad. Kris Kardashian of basketball, but I mean, I understand. Get your money, and it was cool just to see all them little kids ready to buy a big baller brand. Like they fuck with it tough, so like LaMelo's gonna be set by the time he graduate. LeAngelo, and the one thing about LeAngelo, I watched one episode. He's talking about he missed his parents and all that stuff, and the girl that he went on a date with, she said it's okay to miss your parents. Like, oh, I don't want to sound soft, nigga. You light skinned from Chino Hills. The fuck you know about being hard, homie? Except for being hard on the basketball court. But other than that, what the fuck you know about being hard, nigga? Nigga, you a suburban mixed boy. It's okay. Embrace it, homie. Not everyone, no. You ain't trying to. If you miss your parents, you miss your parents, man. It's all right, homie. Damn. Embrace your softness, man. You go listen to some Drake or some shit, man. Act like you all hard and shit. What's wrong with you, man? Nigga, you a fucking light-skinned nigga with good hair from fucking Chino Hills. The fuck
Maybe
you know
he
about
has
being
dark
hard?
skin tendencies, Marco.
I don't see it. I don't see it. Chad, the character Chad from Insecure, I see it, but not in Joe. But yeah, man, y'all talk about NBA. Y'all more NBA centric than I am. Come on, Nessa. This is your only
Nessa.
sport that you're gonna be watching, right?
Yes, that's why I said
Nessa.
I'm ready.
So you excited about the Lakers? Who the Lakers got? Do you know who's the starting five for the Lakers?
I don't even know.
Julius Randle.
Damn,
Lonzo
Laker
Ball.
fan. Just like them.
I
Just
have,
like
no, I have not been
uh,
doing nothing that has to do with TV. The most TV that I watched was catching up on Insecure. I haven't watched anything. I just downloaded the fucking ESPN app because I forgot that when I got my new phone to do that.
You know these people gonna test your gangster in the pod. They're gonna try to talk to you about
and
sports.
They can. You
just gotta come
I'm ready
ready.
for it to come so that I can get back excited.
Y'all going playoffs? Y'all going 8 seed, 500? What y'all doing? What y'all think you doing? But you don't even know the
Shit.
roster, so
I don't know, but I know that but I said from last year that we still have rebuilding to do, so we're not going to be going I said that since last year. It's going to take a few years before we even get up there, so we're just in the rebuilding stage.
Get up where?
below
Get up
500, 500.
anywhere. Like, we're not going to
What are you hoping for? What are you hoping for?
Well, I'm not going to push it and say playoffs, but
Why
that
not?
would be nice.
Why not?
Okay.
Why not push
So
it?
playoffs. What seed?
Eighth.
The fucking last seed
Yeah,
possible,
yeah,
of course.
Eighth seed for sure.
Because
Like I said, like
You're not
we
gonna
have
be-
we have fresh legs, but I still feel like as a team, like we just have to get more of the dynamic going before.
And I mean, you still have players that's played together, like the ones I named: Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr., which this dude be dunking on people like it ain't nothing. So I mean, you throw Lonzo in there, he's gonna
to facilitate.
He loves facilitating. He loves throwing the ball out. So I think they're gonna be moving like more of a fast break team.
Fast break.
Like Mike D'Antoni
the
type
newer,
of system.
the newer version of the Showtime Lakers, possibly.
Yeah, probably.
A newer version of the Showtime Lakers.
I mean, you can kind of tell Mac Johnson. He looks at Lonzo like, yo, I'm about to put you under my wing, young blood. Like, you about to be me, nigga.
Oh shit! Then the Cavs, they picked up D Wade.
God, he
Reunited.
buy out from the Bulls and then go to the Cavs. Yeah.
As a
see
Bulls
what-
fan,
yeah.
I know that kind of.
I mean, I ain't care because I was like, Wade is like leftovers.
At least he played for his home
said
team at least one
leftovers.
season. You know what I mean?
like he went to the Heat like a prime steak, and then he came to the Bulls like meatloaf. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh shit!
when he goes to the Cavs, he probably gonna try to get himself back up to like a filet mignon or some shit. But we'll see what happens.
said-
Dude,
Filet
so you
mignon.
think with at least Wade added into that roster, do you think Cleveland still locks the East?
Yeah, cause they didn't just get him. They got Jeff Green. he's a good two-way player. Jay Crowder, I think his name is.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty good. He's solid. They still have J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert. I think they still have them cats. I'm not sure.
They're kind of deep.
Yeah, they pretty
Cleveland's kind of deep.
They pretty deep. Even though these cats are injury prone, as long as they on the court, they're effective as fuck. We talking about Isaiah Thomas and Derrick Rose. They still got Kevin Love.
Mm-hmm.
His game might switch up a little bit. You know, he might show a little bit of his triple-double Kevin Love that he used to be.
Minnesota
with the
Kevin Love.
Yeah, we might see some of that. But then again, he might stick to role playing, playing defense and getting boards and stuff. But
Dude, what about New Orleans? I know they're not in the East, they're in the West, right? Or New Orleans?
they're in the West, I think.
Yeah, New Orleans got Boogie Cousins. They got the Brow. They got Rondo
Yeah, they got Rondo
in there, too. So I was like, damn. And then Houston, they got CP3,
Yeah.
James Harden. And then if everybody's
I think, because the Clippers, too, when they made that trade, they got, fuck is his name? He was the point guard for the Houston Rockets. Beverly.
Oh,
Beverly said he's going to lock up Lonzo. I can't wait to see this matchup. I think they're the first game of the season.
oh, dang.
Lakers versus Houston. I'm not sure, but this is going to be fun to watch.
And then I know New York.
Lakers versus Clippers.
Sorry, Andrew
Lakers
Schultz,
versus-
but your Knicks are going through it, man.
Bruh, I feel bad for what's tall dude, the tall Porzingis, because he has some. I feel like he's a talent that he can be pretty good. He'll be great, but
he ain't getting
got
no
nobody.
fucking help.
he ain't
dude.
got nobody. Yeah, he ain't got no help for shit.
This dude gonna be
Peanuts.
like he's gonna be like the white Kevin
Yep.
Garnett right now. He's gonna be the white Kevin Garnett, dude. I'm telling you.
Unless he trying to be like Dirk Nowitzki or some shit. Yeah,
He ain't got no
He's-
Steve Nash. He got no Jason Kidd. He ain't got no. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah.
he got no Sean Marion, nigga. Because remember when Dallas won that game, dude. When Dallas won that championship, homie, they had shooters.
Yeah.
They had shooters up the
Yeah, they did.
wazoo. They ain't got no shooters in New York.
Nah. They ain't got
And
nothing.
they traded their shooter all the way to OKC. You know Russ is happy. I think Russ is gonna go extra hard now that he know he has some help. Oh, he's gonna go after Golden State for everything they got. And I know
I want to see how the fuck Paul George and Carmelo are gonna mesh with him.
yeah.
And I want to see Paul George hoop. I want to see this nigga dunking on people again
Hey,
and all that shit.
PG-13. Your position to get into the All-Star is gonna be very, 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 very steep. It ain't the East, nigga. You're gonna have to play hard again to even be an alternate, my nigga. So,
Stupid.
so good luck.
That does change up things.
Good
man.
luck to you in the West, man. Welcome to the West. It's crazy. It's wild out there in the West. If you're a Western Conference fan of the NBA,
Yeah.
East,
Minnesota Timberwolves got a squad.
DeAnthony Thomas.
You know what I'm
Not
saying?
DeAnthony Thomas. I'm
Karl
thinking about
Anthony
Carl
Towns.
Anthony Thomas. I'm confusing with the Kansas City
They
Chiefs.
still got Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins.
They got Jimmy Butler,
That too.
Jamal Crawford.
Ooh.
Well, I forgot a few, but it's all under the Tom Thibodeau
Tom
system.
Thibodeau system, where
The
his defense
defensive-
was
they-
predicated on defense.
Yeah, so they're in the playoffs. I already got them going to the playoffs.
What
and
seed?
They might be one of my 2K teams. I think
Fifth?
like 7 or 5th. 7 or 5th
I think
seed.
they're better than Houston.
Yeah.
I think they're better than Houston.
Oof. All right. Shit. Because I feel like Houston is like, because you see Stephen A. Smith say the Thunder is the team to beat the
But they're not going to
Warriors,
beat
right?
them. But they're not going to beat them.
I feel like Houston would have a better chance than the Warriors. I mean, than the Thunder.
Really?
Oh, I was like
Yeah.
the Warriors.
Yeah,
I
I do.
don't know, man. Chris Paul's a defensive liability if he's on Steph Curry.
No, he plays good defense. It's just the highlights that they've been throwing around is terrible. That's all. He's a good defender. It's just that, the way he's portrayed.
Against Steph Curry,
Yeah, it just looks bad. You know what I'm saying? Because he got crossed up a few times. They don't show the other times where he would steal the ball or
Okay.
put the clamps on him and then You know,
It's gonna be. You know what? I think like, I haven't watched the NBA season, followed it closely, but I think it's gonna be an interesting one, just especially in the Western Conference. It's gonna be
the
so.
West is just gonna be terrific.
It's gonna be so stiff. I'm gonna go peep that.
And we can't forget the Celtics. Kyrie Irving, he went to the Celtics.
Al Horford doesn't scare me.
They got Gordon Hayward, white boy hooper.
Yeah.
No disrespect to white boys.
No. But I'm just saying Al Horford doesn't like.
He's soft to you.
Yeah.
He's a sleeper. To me he's like cause you gotta watch this motherfucker, man, because he'll get points up and he'll play defense and nobody pays attention to the shit.
He's a silent killer.
He's a silent killer. Like,
but he's just silent in the postseason. He just forgot the killer part.
Yo.
Hey man, I'm just calling a spade a spade, man. Because when his
he didn't show up this last one, but you know.
The same thing about James Harden. James Harden be turning missing during the playoffs too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
And you
can't shows out during the season.
And
you can't forget.
How you let Ginobili play good defense on you, man?
Exactly, and you can't. And speaking of Ginobili, you can't. You can't sleep on the Spurs either. As long as Greg Popovich's there,
Ginobili is older
in that system
than residue at the bottom of a trash can. Like
you said, Ginobili.
Yeah, he's older than residue at the bottom of a trash can. Like, how you let
we've seen Ginobili bald.
Yeah.
Like Ginobili had a head full of hair when he came into the league, and you literally seen this man age as the seasons keep going.
That nigga had Top Gun.
You've seen Father Time work his magic on his head.
He's so dumb right now.
And I like the fact that Manu is just keeping it real. He said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna embrace the horseshoe, no road game, none of that shit. I ain't gonna LeBron it. I'm gonna embrace the whole balding and everything."
How do you think Kawhi's gonna do?
Kawhi's gonna come back with a vengeance.
It makes me wonder. If Pachulia didn't do that bullshit.
Yeah.
That Zaza effect or whatever, Zaza move, whatever. How deep that
Western Conference would have went, because when you think about it, Kawhi was single-handedly beating the Warriors, single-handedly, until that happened, and the Spurs just fell apart.
Yeah, they fell apart.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can say the same thing when Rondo was with the Bulls against the Celtics.
Oh yeah, Rondo was handling the Celtics.
They was about to sweep the Celtics because of Rondo. As soon as he got injured, the Bulls lost the next 4 games and got dropped. They went fishing, you know what I'm saying? I guess, throughout each game, in between each game, like when they have their downtime, they wasn't in the gym. They was at Big Five or somewhere getting their fishing rods. Getting their
finding the bait, getting earthworms and shit.
Googling
but that's
some
what
spots.
happens when you.
They're like, damn, Lake Michigan's looking real nice right now.
That's what happens when you put all your, when you expect only one person to do all the work and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Rondo. I give it to Rondo because he's a leader.
That's what happens when that one person gets sick during the group project, and you all fucked.
Yeah, when he's the only one that knows how to lead a team. That shit ain't a group project then. And you lose your leader, everybody's running around with their heads chopped off.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do?
Yeah. All is lost. All is lost. But Kyrie Irving looks forward, because I don't know if you guys watched the little press conferences.
Man, I watched that shit on First Take that he did.
The interview?
That shit was man.
He sound like an asshole in a way.
All condescending and shit. Nigga, grow your beard back, dude. You look weird.
I'm a man. I don't have to, answer to LeBron or talk to him about me making the trade.
They just grow your beard back, dude. Please.
That was your teammate. Like you owe that.
Yeah, for how long?
To him. Like y'all niggas was together. Y'all won a championship together. Come on, bro. Like
y'all made history. But
then again, it could have been like they could have had their little talk, and it just kind of Sometimes when people are big names, they forget that the media's trying to watch their every move, and then with them, they probably already talked about it or said or whatever, and then you keep getting asked those same questions all the time, and it's like, I don't feel like fucking talking about this.
I'm like Deion Sanders. I agree with Deion Sanders. Like, man, you ungrateful motherfucker. You acting like going to the finals is a normal thing. You went to 3 finals in a row, bro. Like,
yeah.
You fucking that shit up for, man. It's about winning championships. You ain't gonna win no championship with fucking Boston. I'm telling you right now. No. LeBron's gonna bust your ass.
Yeah, you have to see LeBron, nigga. Eventually through the playoffs. If you survive through the playoffs, you still have to see LeBron.
You're gonna have the answer to the king.
Talking about some when they ask him, do you think you could beat him? We'll see.
No, you're not.
No, nigga, we know.
No, you are not.
We know you're not gonna do it, boy.
You are not.
I mean, if KD comes to the Celtics,
on some little off subject tangents, Cardi B #1 Billboard charts. Are you happy for her?
Yeah.
Bodak Yellow.
Yeah, I'm happy for Cardi. I just like who she is as a person.
Cash Me Outside girl got a record deal with Atlantic. But she kind of have bars though. I kind of listen to her raps.
Ghostwriter?
Maybe, but she could. Hey, remember, Quentin Miller wrote the rhymes, but Drake made it sound hot.
Quentin Miller wrote them and Drake delivered them.
Exactly.
Here, I made this pizza. Why don't you go deliver it?
Yo, that DiGiorno was fire, my nigga.
It's not delivery.
Shit. Anything else? Anything else that's a little worth mentioning before we go ahead and close the show out?
Shit, I forgot. No. Oh wait. I mean, do you guys have anything to say about the whole like hurricanes and stuff that's been going on and the earthquakes?
Oh, Mexico City.
Yeah.
Damn, that's just some scary shit right there. Like
Puerto Rico
getting hemmed up.
Yeah.
Dominican Republic's getting hemmed up. All these hurricanes. I just wish the best for them.
I'm not sure which one, but one of them got hit up back to back.
I think the Caribbean itself just got hit up.
It's like all these natural disasters is happening. It's like
Mother Nature's
I don't want to put nothing on nothing.
You think it's HAARP or climate change? You ever heard of HARP, right? You heard of HARP?
Yeah. Controlling the weather. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Using the weather as a weapon. Yeah. Even though they signed a peace treaty in the UN saying that you could never manipulate the weather as a weapon.
A piece of paper ain't gonna stop you from doing that. Everybody break laws every day, so
yeah.
They break laws every day, B.
They break laws and contradict themselves on so many different occasions. Yeah. That's just how the world works.
Black ops. That goes, goes to show that they break rules. Oh yeah, we're going black ops. That means we're not following the fucking procedure or whatever. Fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Natural.
I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can hear that. I can hear it in you. I can hear it in you.
I would say all that shit is man-made.
Yeah, think so?
No, it is. I believe so.
I mean, because like on the other side of it, as far as these natural disasters happening.
Sometimes I'm like, damn, Mother Nature can't be that cruel.
I mean,
damn, 5 hurricanes. Like,
I mean, it's a lot of shit going on in the world. Naturally, Mother Nature might hate us right now. So
hate us.
As a people
or a person.
And then there was just and then it was a fire, like a huge, like over 100 acres of 100 acres of land just got like burnt to the ground.
Yeah,
forest
fires too.
It's like shit, man, we getting it all everywhere.
Stuff happening, man.
Man, the world isn't.
What happened with that whole little doomsday thing?
Oh yeah, I thought we were all supposed to die on Saturday.
Was it Saturday?
Yeah.
I ain't even hear about it, so I probably would have woke up dead.
Shit, we might still wake up dead. Fucking Kim Jong-un want to drop a bomb on us.
Kim dude, man, look, man. Put me in a room with this nigga, man.
Do you know what?
I'll put hands on his
This is crazy. This is crazy that Twitter is the catalyst of all this shit.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers 140 characters away at dropping nukes.
You know what?
Send Dennis Rodman to talk to this nigga.
Again.
Dennis Rodman.
Again.
The world needs saving. This is our plea to Dennis Rodman. If you ever listen to this podcast, please convince Kim Jong-un that Donald Trump is just a fucking babbling idiot. We don't want no wars. We don't want nobody to get any kind of fucking cancerous or nuclear blast and that meltdown that happened out in Russia. You still can't inhabit that area. It takes like 100 years to make shit inhabitable after a nuclear strike or some crazy shit. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's true.
Roaches survive nuclear.
Roaches survive, but not us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all turn to fucking zombies and live in a zombie apocalypse, and then next thing you know, it's like we're all the Walking Dead. Because
that's tight.
A motherfucker who just couldn't keep his fucking Twitter fingers off send. Like, I swear, if I was Secret Service, I'll slap the fucking phone out of Donald Trump's hand. If you had to save the world from Donald Trump pressing sin that will start off a catastrophic war, would you slap the shit out of his phone out of his hand before he sent it? You kind of looked over like, the fuck you doing?
No.
What did you do?
He about to send that shit like in
What
slow motion.
What are you about to do? I'm saving the world,
Right.
asshole. Trying to get us all killed, man. Shit, I gotta see all these fucking comic book movies, man. Yo ass.
Just imagine how Bush would have been if he was on Twitter.
Dude, in a sense, Donald Trump is so fucking crazy. I miss George Bush.
No.
I like
miss
no.
George Bush.
You're like I'm
I'm
just
until
saying.
something actually happens with Kim, like if he does press that red button, then I'll be like, okay, I miss George because 9/11 happened with George. That motherfucking man. Imagine if he was on Twitter and he pissed off.
Let that happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if them niggas had a table conversation? Nah, nigga, your mama ugly. All right, fuck you then. 9/11 building's going down. Like,
9/11 building.
9/11 building, World Trade Center.
Right?
This nigga That's funny. Oh, shit, I think we're here too little.
But Trump don't care because once everybody die, he gonna be in his little secluded spot.
In his bomb shelter,
in his bunker,
tweeting
whatever
away.
you call it.
Ain't nobody gonna be able to reply. He's just gonna be on Twitter shut down. Yeah, the headquarters. There's no bomb shelters there, motherfucker. What you gonna do? You fucking megalomaniac. Anyway,
probably get flown somewhere to one.
Anyway, man, go ahead and contact us, man. So you can contact us by leaving a like us on Facebook, leave us a review on the Facebook page, leave a comment or whatever you want to do over there. Get a community popping over there. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and then Instagram at Jig Is Up Pod. Also, email us with your questions, comments, suggestions, or topics to the Jig Is Up Podcast at gmail.com. Oh, can't even. Let me rewind that. Jig Is Up Podcast at gmail.com. Jig Is Up Podcast at gmail.com. Jig Is Up Podcast at gmail.com. And also, hit up our website, thejigisuppodcast.com, and be on the lookout for the newest article. And it is the latest written piece by the homie Iceblade, who's Irish, and he likes metal music and stuff like that. So I let our writers write about things that they're passionate about, and he's passionate about metal music. So he has a written interview with Fozzie's lead, the band that's, sung, the leader of the band is Chris Jericho, but he talked to the lead guitarist named Billy Gray, and the title is called the Billy Gray Files. Go check that out. Other than that, let's get to the shout outs. We're going to start off with Nessa.
Oh, shit. I wasn't even prepared. I was so focused on my NSA, I forgot about my shout outs. So,
shout out to
y'all.
I don't know shit. shout out to your girl crushes.
Yeah, shout out your girl crush.
Repeat her IG handle. Hold on, let me get my phone first.
You stupid. I'm telling.
You don't gotta tell. She just gotta listen.
Damn it, man. Yeah. No.
No?
No shout outs to
No shout outs.
Nigga. You bum.
I'm trying to wait.
You bum.
I ain't Donald Trump, homie. I'm tired.
You
I'm
bum.
trying to get my body
bum.
together.
Hey, you a bum, man. Oh, numb nuts.
Yo, that shit was funny, yo. But the truth. All right, I just got 3 shout outs, of course.
All right.
Shout outs to Monica.
All right.
You know who you are.
I think we all do.
Us, yeah. But anyway, shout outs to Andre Ward, man.
Retiring
at age
Undefeated.
33. Undefeated.
Sergey Kovalev is salty
Paid.
somewhere.
Yeah. Sergey. Sorry, bruh. I mean, didn't he lose?
You got knocked out by a body punch, man.
That's
Shut
what I'm
the
saying.
fuck
Didn't he
up.
get dropped by a body punch? Like,
You
come
got
on,
dropped by a
dog.
body punch. Stop it. Stop it.
Get off that. It's over, dog. Give it up. Fight somebody else. Just move on. And shout outs to Bruce Maxwell, the first baseball player to take a knee.
Oh yeah, Bruce
During the
Maxwell.
national
Yep,
anthem.
He did that shit.
Weren't there some people that were singing the national anthem taking knees too? I think there was like 2 of them this weekend.
Oh, there was a
There-
cheerleader that took a
There's
knee
a
too.
cheerleader. Yeah. Seeing
Yeah.
cheerleader.
The cheerleader took a knee.
Sorry, we don't got your name.
That's just, hey man, it Cap, you started something and it's spreading like wildfire.
Yeah, but it just sucks that some people are doing it for the wrong reasons.
Like it's a plank challenge or some shit.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah. Like I could tell some of these owners, like, you can't tell me what to do with my niggers.
Oh, real quick, yeah. Shout out to those that, even though I can't do it, I'm living vicariously through y'all that are doing the dick challenge and the pussy challenge, because that shit looks funny.
You don't gotta live through shit. You could do one yourself.
You could do it behind the scenes. We ain't gonna record you.
You and your counterpart.
But that's whack.
You and your counterpart of necessity. Y'all niggas could do that shit.
But that's whack. Like, to do a challenge and then it's not really a challenge because you just doing it amongst each other. Like, that's whack.
Amongst each other. No, you put that out into the internet. Let them.
I just told you why I can't. I got nosy ass teens.
Go private. Like,
send it to the homies.
You want fans? They gonna request your profile and shit.
Just send it to the homies. But anyway,
don't send it to me because I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna tag the fuck out of you too. Necessity dropping some new shit for y'all.
You're stupid. That would be fun though.
I'll be like the drama king yelling and shit.
One, I just want to give a shout out to anyone who want to subscribe and leave comments on the show. I appreciate that. I really do. Second shout out to my man. Oh, Zach.
Yes.
We about to go to your wedding, big bro. We're going to see you walk
excited.
down that aisle. Not you, but your bride walk down the aisle.
I was like, wait, what?
You'll be waiting at the altar in her white dress.
Right.
You just going to get married.
The fuck?
All right, Jagged Edge. I've always said if I ever got married that I wanted to go down the aisle with that song playing, but just the acapella version.
Are you gonna wear
like them actually there singing it?
Are you gonna wear a white dress?
Go down the aisle to that song?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't see, and I learned this by going to. I learned this by going on Friday when I went to a wedding reception. She was so like not for the traditional shit, and then the girl next to me, she kept talking like, "Oh, that's so that's so Aquarius of you," and she kept saying that, and I was just like, "Oh, well," I was like, "I'm Aquarius too." She's like, "Yeah, me too," and I was like, "Oh, okay," but she was saying how we're not really like with the traditions, we're just like kind of like.
So you're not gonna wear a white dress, right?
No.
That's good. Because
I'm not pure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
As Auntie Princess's mom would say, we're not pure. She said, if you guys ever get married, you guys need to. She said, you guys need to wear black dresses.
I knew it.
I was like, that is so fucked up.
I wonder if it's like off white, like.
She's like, because you guys were ho hos. She says ho hos,
like a green dress, like Khalees wore at Nas's wedding.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense.
Wear turquoise.
Gold.
Ew, gold.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
my missus
ladies
wearing some Jordans or something.
So
ladies,
wearing her Nikes.
That's false. So ladies, that's false advertisement. If you wearing white to a wedding, knowing damn well you've been around the block,
right?
Bitch, you ain't no virgin.
Especially if you've been married multiple times, homie. Like
being remarried and wearing white.
Come on.
Unless they like, I'm a born again Christian, so that means I've been born all over again. I'm a virgin. Bullshit.
Over there trying to reset your whole car, or what did Drea say? She wanted to hit that reset.
Your whole face has an inspiration or something like that. Bitch, your body count stay there forever.
Oh my god.
Forever. Even if he's a 2-pump chump, it counts. He went inside. Even if he penetrated, it counts. Sorry, technicalities.
It's all about that first when you first put it in.
That's a body. That's a body.
Oh my gosh, I can't stand y'all. Let's not talk about body counts.
So your dress gonna be black.
No, I'm not gonna wear no black dress.
That's cold.
I ain't going to a funeral. Like what the fuck?
She'd be like the Black Lantern, Blackest Day.
Stupid.
If I did wear white, it would be like a off-white. Like it wouldn't be like a pure like white.
I'm pure, but kinda
like custard.
That doesn't sound appealing.
I got this
It's not
gorgeous.
like-
I
it's
got
not
this
a
gorgeous
color.
custard dress.
Right, it's not even a color. I just did that shit because y'all. I knew y'all. Look at her. Yo.
Like, why the fuck she wearing a custard gown? What the fuck? Nessa,
So,
But
custard
first
dress.
of all, I gotta get a man first before I'm sitting here talking marriage. Y'all two, on the
I
other
mean, you can get you a
hand,
gardener.
Yo.
That should have been your shout out.
but yo,
You know what?
on that note, I'm gonna close it out on that high note.
You know what?
Nessa, you don't got a shout out.
You know what?
All right. So if you enjoy
If you
it,
enjoy listening,
if you enjoy listening to this podcast as much as we love making it, because we do what we love and love what we do, and if you're not being your motherfucking self,
and have girl crushes,
I know somebody that got a
and
girl
wear
crush on
custard
you.
gowns,
and got Twitter fingers.
Custard gowns. That should be a company.
You're stupid.
bums and custard gowns.
What the fuck? I would not go there.
Oh man, but you know what I gotta say.
You bum entertainment.
The jig is up.
And yo. And thank you for listening.